On LinkedIn right now, if you wanted to target 500 companies, you have to make all those campaigns one by one. And I put up a post this morning because we have a little platform that helps you scale LinkedIn ABM. So what it does is with the click of a button, you can target 500 accounts at once. And you can use custom variables. Hey, Amazon, hey, Microsoft, whatever. We talked to LinkedIn last week and then they were like, yeah, nobody else can do this right now, what we're doing. I had my CTO put together a little GIF. And I was like, okay, just keep giving me gifts from the product, right? And then I just threw it up today for the first time. I was like, hey, LinkedIn ads can't do ABM ads at scale until now. And I just wrote the story, right? And then, I started posting it this month. Earlier this morning, it was like 8 comments. And I was like, okay, maybe it's not going to go anywhere, right? And then, like an hour or two later, it's like 24 comments. And basically this is, guys, here's the story on this. If you're interested in this, type in ABM is cool as a comment, right? By the time I left to come record here, it was like 50 at lunch, 50 comments. Now it's at 74. And then I was looking through some of the comments and I was like, oh, VP of marketing at 𝗙𝗓𝗢 Security. Oh, that's a publicly traded company. VP of marketing at this company over. I was like, oh, okay. So there's like something now, right? But that's 8 MQLs. It's not even like, I'm not even talking about the views. Who cares about the views?
Yeah,
8 MQLs for LinkedIn posts. Yeah.
That's amazing ROI. And I saw that post early on and I liked it. I was like, oh, this is a really great post.
Yeah.
But that's the key. And most people get social media marketing wrong. And Eric and I were talking about this because earlier this year, he ran an experiment where he created more broad-based content, where he would have people like my rich BFF on the podcast and she would be like,
your rich BFF.
Or your rich BFF. Yeah. Your rich BFF. And she was like, if you don't leave your job every 2 years, or was it 3 years?
Yeah.
Every 2 years. Every 2 years.
You're losing money.
You're losing money.
So my thing is like, you need to be either up or out every 2 years. Every 2 years, you need to be getting a 10 to 15% promotion at a minimum every 2 years. Otherwise, you need to leave. You need to go somewhere that's going to pay you. Because if you're not doing that, you're going to be making less.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but that kind of stuff goes viral.
Yep.
And I'm talking about millions and millions of views. You had another person who's talking about dating. And
oh my God, he each one of his is like 350,000 views. The other one's at 300,000.
Yeah.
Long form views.
And he had a lot of more quote unquote broad content, like here's how to buy Louis Vuitton products that are really affordable, right? Not knockoffs.
No, that was your rich BFF. She talks about why rich people buy fake bags.
No. You also created other types of content like the mall in Italy.
Yeah, that's us. We created that together.
Yeah, I know.
One of my Indian friends who lives in London, he told me his billionaire friends buys all this Loro Piana for like 60, 70% off.
You posted that on your social profile and that got millions of views as well, right?
Yeah.
So Eric went the route of also testing, and I say also, he didn't stop his other content, but he also tested more broad content. And what'd you learn from the broad content?
The broad content doesn't convert. It might get people that notice you. Like I was at a YPO dinner and the wives are like, oh my God, I saw the Italy content.
Yeah.
Good, right. You get a little claps. Yeah.
And Eric didn't care. And why didn't you care?
It doesn't drive conversions.
Yeah. But what he just did with LinkedIn, it's not going to get 1 million views.
No.
And he doesn't care. 8 marketing qualified leads is way better than 1 million views on Instagram or LinkedIn or any social network.
Yep.
And I think views is really a vanity metric, and too many people want to focus on them because they want that notoriety when they walk into dinner and get the claps. Eric never really cared for it. I don't care for that either. What we really care for is revenue. And with your content marketing that you're pushing out, if you can't track what's actually working and driving revenue, that means it's not doing well and you're wasting time on something. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. It just means that you're doing something wrong in most cases and you're looking at something that's a vanity metric versus focusing on revenue.
If you're an agency owner and you want to grow faster, check out the Agency Owners Association that's hosted by my podcast co-host, Neil Patel, and myself. And we have other agency owners that are doing 8 figures a year. They were doing 9 figures a year. They sold their business for hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're going to share their experiences with you. There's a whole host of other benefits. And the cool thing is that there's a 7-day free trial, and you should check it out now because we're going to take the prices up. So just go to marketingschool.io/agency to learn more, and we'll see you inside. And plus, by the way, we've talked about this in the past, but if you can build product and give it away for free, so Neil's done this with 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗨𝗧, he's done this with Answer to Public as well. If you can tell a story as you're building, like maybe you're building new features, people are going to get interested in that, right? Because people always want the new shiny object. Or there's certain things, in this case, this is like a thing that needs to be built, and that's why it's doing better. But like the more remarkable you can make whatever feature it is that you're launching, those are all marketable moments. So that's like the other benefit. Like you can give away for free, they'll get leads, but also you can use little stories from the product.
Yeah, one thing that Eric did that caused a post to do really well is LinkedIn's algorithm likes comments. The more comments you get, the better off you're going to do. A lot of people use tools like ManyChat for automated responding when you get a comment through channels like Instagram. With LinkedIn, I don't know of any tool that you can do that with, so I'm assuming yours was all manual. But it's okay. Sometimes it's worth having people leave a comment and you having to direct message them manually to give them access. Yes, it's a little bit of work on your end, but some of the stuff that requires work is usually some of the best tactics out there. If it was really easy, then everyone would do it and it wouldn't work as well.
Yeah. Look, I don't think there's anything wrong with hand-to-hand combat. Neil and I are a little older now, but we'll still do hand-to-hand combat. Neil will just pick up the phone and he'll call the mall in Italy to see if there's a discount.
I did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Eric's like, hey, there's this mall. I think you can get like massive discounts. Check it out. And he gave me the information, and
because I knew he would call.
Yeah,
and I didn't want to call.
He's like, let me know if it works. I called 3 or 4 people. I sent quite a few WhatsApp messages, and then I quickly learned in a few days I couldn't get what I wanted. Yeah. They had a lot of great stuff, but it was more so I
think you actually have to go there because there's legit like millionaires and billionaires that go there to shop. And so they like to be frugal too, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I think being frugal is smart.
Yeah.
The issue with the mall was if you want something that's like on their website that's brand new and it just came out, they don't have that stuff. But there's a lot of stuff like sweaters and pants that could be a month old or 5 years old in style, and it's the same. Like we both wear hoodies. It doesn't matter what year it is a hoodie, and there's not much change.
Yep. All right. That is it for today, guys. Please don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. Go to marketingschool.io/agency. And guess what? Neil and I, we're doing a private session with the group tomorrow. marketingschool.io/agency. And we'll see you tomorrow.